And I'm joined by a very special guest, Momo. How do we feel about this matchup, Momo?
Well, obviously, as we all know, this is an insane matchup between Eternal and Elysium, and this might be one of the last matchups we see between these two teams, at least underneath the name of Eternal, as Eternal, for many of you who are not aware, is actually splintering after this. But as we are talking, we see Pedro here on the Mastermind, a bit of a switch up from the killer we'd normally see coming out here for Elysium. Typically, we would be seeing Zeno, but Pedro is coming out here just like he did last week, believe it or not. So Pedro is going to be playing this God Rock, goes for the swing, and Dan is going to be getting the first hit of the match. Pedro pulling up his bound, one dash. Oh, a bit too ambitious there. Does not work out for him. However, Dan will have some distance around main now and a lot of space to work with.
Yeah, Pedro going to be bounding into the main building, going around, chasing Dan at the top side of the map. We do have this little tank filler here, but that is going to be a difficult 50-50 to play against the dash, and we are going to see that come through, but a hit tank very expertly coming through. And now Pedro's going to set his sights on Spitz here. That's going to be another chase. However, the hit might not land. Oh, very good patience from Pedro.
And yeah, there you go. Pedro's going to be taking the first two tags of the match. Not too bad. A first gen popping off as well. They did double this, as we can see. Two survivors. Ooh, those dashes just barely missing there. But not a terrible trade for a Mastermind game. We have two injuries basically for our Corrupt. And Pedro, not wanting to chase Zaka still, is actually going to leave and go down the map to chase. I believe this is Dan. Yeah, Dan over here on the bottom side of the map. Does have this filler to work with. Pedro, ooh, a bit of a misplaced first dash there. All good though. Dan is still kind of stuck here at this filler. And Pedro, I think, is going to walk him down here with Brutal Strength. No, wanting to play this filler. He wants the death right here. He does not want to have to break this. Nice movement from Pedro. And that is going to be Dan taking the first down of the game.
Yeah, Pedro getting some pretty crucial M1s here onto Dan, getting that down, and this is probably an advantageous hook position because, I mean, we have the 3 gens that were corrupted down here. They're not going to be progressed anytime soon, and Pedro's going to be able to watch that cross for any potential survivors coming for that unhook, while simultaneously having the mobility to kind of pressure these topside generators.
Yeah, Pedro is in a very good spot here. Use that pain res there. And find someone else as well. This is good. This is very good. Zaka did he even drop down? I can't even really tell. Let's see. He did indeed drop down. I believe that was potentially a balanced landing. Pedro, unfortunately the first bound misplaced once again. Pedro is really trying to get these hits at these fillers, but unfortunately so far it has been a little unsuccessful. Pedro's gonna try again though. Again, it's not gonna land, and now we're gonna be seeing Zaka make it back over here towards this God Rock. Has some distance to work with, and of course we are on same ping, so he is pretty safe here on this pallet. Pedro is trying to make something happen here. Oh, and he does make something happen. Zaka unfortunately does not catch him double backing, and now we could be seeing a 2-tap, but Pedro would have to land a bound. Oh, nice job here by Pedro, and that is going to be another pain res and another fresh hook on the board here. And on a Mastermind set, these fresh hooks are very, very crucial.
Yeah, Pedro also interrupting this very high progress generator, getting that unhook, just like you said, a pain res, stalling it out even more. And I guess Pedro's set his sights on this top side 3-gen rather than the bottom side, but that generator right there has quite a bit of progress.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, him hooking there on the generator is actually a huge swing of momentum for Pedro, because not only does that gen not pop, but it's going to start to regress. But Pedro is not going to take the easy way out. He does want to camp, or he does not want to camp, but he might be regretting that. He is going to go back now. Zaka most likely going to be finding himself getting tunneled here. We do see some scratch marks running down the map, and I believe this is most likely Zaka. Recall that we do have a balanced landing on Zaka, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken. But he does have this jungle gym. Wait, this is not a great position. Oh no, the bare miss coming in here from Pedro, and that's going to grant Zaka just so much more distance and the balanced landing. Yeah, I was correct. And this is just insane for Zaka. It's so insane how even a single bound can be the decider of whether someone is put into the second stage at 3 gens or if we're still going to be looking at a pretty rough rest of the game. We do see that gen from earlier popping, and Pedro is trying very hard to get this extra stage here onto Zaka. Does have this God Rock, which is going to go ahead and break. And Zaka, does he make something else? The answer is no. Very well done here by Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro getting that down at the TNL, going to be picking them up. And I mean, at this point, we do have 2 generators remaining. And I believe that all the 3 gens have been dealt with, if we look at the map. Very well played from Eternal Survivors.
Yeah, of course. And honestly, to be fair, this might not be the worst for Pedro, as typically in a Mastermind set, we don't really see Masterminds caring too much about their gens. Mastermind is a very chase-heavy killer, so he does have a chance, though, to get a very good result, and this is going to bring us a little bit closer to that result. So, very nice tag here onto Spitz. Spitz running down the map. Will he make? No, he will not even come close to making shock. I underestimate Wesker, I guess. And Nancy's coming in for the hit, but they're going to get thrown edge map.
That could be the zone.
Oh my god, the double
Goodness.
ball. Well played here by Hardwell. Does he make it in the I don't think so. He does not. Oh.
Stalling up the down a little.
Ooh, and that's huge, actually, because now that might be the difference between a pain res being taken in time or not. Oh, he's gonna take basement. Okay, never mind. Pedro does not even want the pain res. So let's take a look here. I believe the last fresh hook, Tyro, is Spitz. So if Pedro can manage to find Spitz, this will be a very good result. It'll be a 7-stage, 4 fresh result, which is very good for Mastermind. But if he finds anyone else from here, well, not anyone else, actually. If he finds Zaka, it will be 5 stages. If he finds Dan, it will be 6. And of course, if he finds Spitz, it will be the 7. That would be a very glorious result. We're going to be chasing Dan here at this jungle gym, though.
Yeah, we had the Noed in play, going to be giving Pedro a little bit of a speed boost, and he really wants that M1, but he's actually going to abandon this chase, it looks like, and go down the map, hoping to catch out the savior of the hook here. But at the same time, Pedro's kind of worried about that top side door, wants to kind of catch off any cross rather than commit all the way down the map. And we do actually find Dan here at the jungle gym, going to be looping around the pallet. The pallet is already dropped. Pedro trying to get off a mind game. It's not quite going to land, but the brutal strength is going to help out here. That's going to be a chase around the 4 lane here, or modified 4 lane, excuse me. And that's going to be Noed popping. Very good for the survivors to find that Noed and get that out of the game. And now Dan is going to be chasing around the main building, going up the map, trying to make it towards that 11 side door, which is open. We do have survivors in tow waiting for a body block, trying to deny as many stages as possible, and that is going to be the hit onto the Nancy. And with that, the distance might be here for no. We do have the bound. Does not hit on the pallet, and now we have all these injured survivors here at the top side. But again, this door over here is probably open by now, and we might see them all escape. Yeah, this bound is going to land.
There we go. Wow, I have no words. I mean, this was just insanely performed by Eternal, and just some unfortunate mishaps by Pedro is going to cost him what was potentially 7 stages. Although that was honestly pretty wishful thinking, as Spitz would likely never reveal himself. So 5 stages is more or less what you would expect between these 2 teams on Mastermind. Now I think we're gonna be seeing Nightlight on the other side of things, playing the Mastermind for Eternal, and we're gonna see if he can match this result after a short break.
Loading up into the match, we do not see an egg. We do see that unicorn medallion, just like you were saying, but a very similar build as last game. I mean, you can't really deviate too far from that. And Nightlight is going straight up the map and finds survivors right off the bat. They are here at the main building, one of the safer areas to be against Mastermind on this map. And they're doing a very good job of just spacing around the building, not opening up any sort of dash opportunities for Nightlight. But we do see a survivor kind of breaking away and dashing down the map, trying to get down and try to pressure these generators maybe.
Yeah, Pedro's trying to take the opportunity to rotate down the map as he sees that Nightlight was committing lightly towards the main building side. We did also see Swatter on the hill, but Nightlight is opting instead for this chase on Pedro, pulling up his bound. Okay, maybe anticipating a vault on that window, but it did not come through. And Pedro with a very nice power drop, a very nice vault. This is a nice setup here. And Nightlight knows it too, so he's just gonna leave this and go for the survivor that he knows is on this hill gen. And Swatter, tries to get the stun on Nightlight, but Nightlight is prepared for it. And now we're in a position where this could be rough. Nightlight pulling up his bound, holding it. Let's see what can Swatter do here. Not much. Oh! And the collateral damage onto Zeno, so that's not only gonna be the tag onto Swatter, but the mended state onto Zeno as well. That is this game changing there.
Yeah, Nightlight doing a very good job. Swatter kind of zoned away from all possible resources and is going to go down here at the edge map and the top side. But that is an injury with a deep wound that you're going to have to cleanse before you can get it back on a gen, which is some considerable slowdown, all things considered.
It's interesting that Zeno has not mended yet. I'm confused at this. I think the only thing he could be doing is maybe running down the map, trying to find a place to heal with someone. Or, oh, there we go, there's that mends. Or he could just be the one playing for the unhook. But honestly, with this first hook as early as it is, with the pain rush coming through as early as it is, and of course the collateral damage onto Zeno, who is now, speaking of, in chase, but Pedro, oh no,
injury.
Pedro is playing a very dangerous game here with Beetle. Oh, okay, never mind. Pedro makes it out of the basement alive. Wow, he should be counting his blessings for that one. And we are going to be seeing Nightlight just going straight back towards the hook here. He does opt for the tunnel out. Does see some scratch marks here. Is going to find Zeno, and this is where that collateral hit is going to matter. And as I said, absolutely game changing, this injury. And yeah, that's another free pain res, another free fresh hook. And this is just not something we could afford to give with our win condition.
Yeah, Nightlight being very dominant on this Wesker so far with that collateral hit. I mean, that just kind of shook the whole game to its core right there. And now we have the survivors. They are cleansing that infection. But at the same time, we have 2 injuries across the board, meaning that Silhe is going to have to be the one maybe thinking about this unhook unless we see some sort of reset. But Nightlight's not holding the hook too closely, is instead looking around, trying to get information right now. And he does actually find Silhe down here at the Ormond tile. We are going to see the vault in by Silhe. Silhe is going to be running around this little seawall, but Nightlight is going to just drop the chase and go back, finding an injured survivor on the unhook.
Oh, I don't know about this injured unhook play from Elysium, but I guess they didn't have much of a choice. This ambitious swing from Nightlight, though. Very greedy, and this is going to give some extra distance. We do have to remember that it is... 2 people here. Is it Lithe, maybe?
Oh.
It seems like it, yeah. Lithe on Pedro. And he's going to have to play this front main pallet. He's greeting it. He knows he has to. Giving Nightlight the drop pallet here. Oh my god, another stun. So well played here by Elysium. They're doing a very, very good job. And Pedro, instead of going to the pallet, he instead wraps around the other side of main. This is very smart, as now he will make another free main building vault. Silhe kind of out in the middle of nowhere, though, getting caught with his pants down. And with Beetle, oh my god, we see all 4 Elysium serves within 10 seconds. This is not very good here for Elysium. Swatter is running towards the hill. He's trying to get his balance landing off, but Shack Pallet has already been used, so this makes this side of the map a little bit unsafe. Actually, was it balance landing? It wasn't. It wasn't, so that is going to be another stage for Nightlight.
Yeah, very unfortunate that the balanced landing didn't come out there. I don't know if that was just the short side maybe, or maybe it was on exhaustion cooldown. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like Nightlight's not going to be able to get that pain res. Oh wait, we already have a pain res on. Sorry. But Nightlight is going to hook next to that progress gen, and these three generators around here all have lots of progress, but Nightlight's just pressuring it so well. And we do have two injured survivors, one of which is here at this 4 lane. That's going to be a dash, and it's not going to quite collide onto Pedro. Pedro's going to be taking it up the map, but we do have Silhe caught out here at the coal tower. That is going to be some chase around it, going back to that Ormond tile, and this dash is going to land. That's going to be a beetle. That is going to limit the amount of distance that they can get, but at the same time, Silhe is just going to be making it up the map, going to be going off of the hill, and there's the balance that we were missing earlier. That is going to be an extended chase. Silhe drops the pallet, and that is going to be a collision into the tree, but at the same time, Elysium are popping gens across the map.
This is a very interesting situation. We are going to be seeing now the 4th hook stage of the game. 3rd fresh hook, and I believe, let's see, we have 2 hooks on the Swatter, we have 1 hook on Silhe, and I'm not sure who's the other fresh hook other than that, but regardless, I think that one more stage is going to put us into tied territory at the very minimum. I think Pedro might be the fresh hook. Yeah, I think Pedro is the fresh hook. So if Pedro is the one taking the down here, then that will be fresh hook number 4, as well as 5 stages, which that is going to be the win for Nightlight. If that does happen, Zeno, I think, is here to try to maybe take it down for Pedro. And he's going to take it maybe a little earlier than he wanted to. And Pedro is still not in the best of positions. Maybe we'll make it back. Nightlight swinging. And it is going to be the Polish hit onto... oh, they're trying to like mix up the slugs, so we'll pick up the other one. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be too doable. And Pedro with the last fresh hook. That's 5 stages, 4 fresh hooks. And that is going to be the win for Eternal in our first set here on the coal tower. So, very well played here by Nightlight. Very well played by Eternal. They will be taking set number 1. And we're going to be seeing how this endgame plays out. But regardless, that will be the victory for Eternal in this first set.
Yeah, very dominant performance from Nightlight there. I mean, it did look a little bit dicey there in that tunnel out chase. Elysium did a very good job of delaying that down. However, Nightlight did bounce back, and with that body block play, it just did not work out in Elysium's favor, unfortunately. And Nightlight's going to be collecting even more stages. At this point, it doesn't really matter, but hey, you know, pad the resume.
Exactly. You have to play for the mental game as well. You know, that matters a lot. Going to this next set, Eternal has the momentum on their side, and I think that's something that a lot of people that don't play comp, who are just viewers, might not understand, is that the momentum in a game can really impact the result. A team with momentum going to the next set just has a lot better of a chance to win that set. Even if a team claims they have amazing mental, the best mental, it still sometimes doesn't exactly show, because anytime that there is a set win, you are kind of more excited and you're more confident moving into the next set. So regardless, it is going to be an advantage for Eternal. Think of this build: Corrupt, Devour, Dragon's Eruption. Interesting. What do you think?
Devour is very risky. I mean, especially with no other hex perks to kind of go along with it. I mean, they can just find a burning totem and get rid of it right off the bat. But at the same time, if you manage to get that Devour to pop off, even like for a down or two, that's like crucial, because of how Spirit's Chase can be. We do see a pretty early pre-drop on this pallet, and Zaka kind of not able to find Zeno here. Zeno going to be playing around the windmill pallet, going up and around, and this movement is insane. Zaka has no clue where Zeno went. Zeno is a ghost, and just like I said, there goes the Devour, and now you're just kind of down a perk for the whole game. but we are going to see the chase here in the village. That's going to be a continued chase onto Zeno, who finally has chase start. Zaka's going to be phasing and actually manages to find Zeno. Was that champion of...
Yes.
That is crazy.
Go ahead.
I never would have thought of that. Sorry, that like took me by surprise. Zaka is going to be chasing Zeno here in the edge map, but I mean, Zeno is like Splinter Cell right now. Like, we do not know where Zeno is, and that's going to be a drop chase. Wow.
You can't even really blame Zeno, or can't really blame Zaka, because Champion of Light against Spirit is actually extremely powerful. I know it might seem a little bit silly. Wait, what?
Oh my goodness, was that a 99 sprint burst?
Yeah, I think so. Wow. Zeno is popping off. Well done so far by Zeno. He did try to full send it there. You have to respect the attempt, but it did not work out. If he had won that full send, he would have gone a lot of distance. Oh my goodness. And
good tracking by Zaka. Oh my gosh.
But there's a few things I want to say here. Obviously, as you said, Devour being gone really early is not great for Zaka. I believe they will pop a gen. Yep, there you go. There's probably a double on main and a solo, another gen on the way. There you go. Wow. Elysium with a completely insane start here. Devour gone, 2 gens done, and first hook coming in. But this is a great trade here for Elysium, and if they keep going at this rate, this will be a very good result. We do see Pedro on the main building, balanced landing, or actually that might have been live, because I think we staggered. I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, he is completely safe, so Zaka will be leaving him. And the other thing I want to say is that Champion of Light is actually extremely overpowered versus Spirit, because they will turn on their flashlight, and there go their scratch marks, their breaths, their footsteps, even everything is gone from that point forward. So typically, if you do see that Champion of Light is allowed, wait, this is is this an early trade?
Yeah, that's a very aggressive trade coming through.
Yes.
iPick going to be on the ground, and Zeno's just going to be ducking it straight to the main building. We do see another gen popping off in the distance in response. But at the same time, Zeno makes it to that window, and that's going to be a swing and a miss from Zaka. Going to be playing around the top side of the balcony here. Zaka swinging randomly, maybe out of frustration, out of this situation. But at the same time, Elysium is just playing this extremely well.
I am just astonished at this gen progress, Taro. What in the world? Where did they get this third generator from? This is actually insane gen pressure from Elysium. And Zeno with the Champion of Light. Oh, but he does get caught out now. So that is going to be the second stage onto Zeno now. But I would imagine with the way that things are going, we are looking at generator number 4 and generator number 5 very shortly if Zaka does not do something about this. So I have a feeling this will be... Wait.
Oh my goodness.
These trades are so aggressive.
They want Zeno on this hook. They want him up and about with that Champion of Light as much as possible just to waste Zaka's time, because these unhooks are so fast.
Wow, I have to say, I would be surprised if they don't pop the last 2 gens. Yeah, there we go, because that trade was extremely aggressive. It's as if they knew that they would pop the last gens. Where is... Okay, even when he's on the ground, Zeno is impossible to find. But yeah, that is going to be the third stage now. I think we're looking at a 6-stage result here.
Yeah, I mean with the trade, and Zaka not even able to use Eruption or Dragon Script this game. I mean, it was basically like he had Corrupt, and that was it.
Wow.
They just kept that pressure up on that unhook to deny Zaka any sort of pressure on the generators, and they just slammed those generators faster than I've seen in any set period. Like, that was insane.
That was... Yeah, that gen progress was absolutely insane. I don't even know. That was absolutely insane gen progress from Elysium. Very well done. I'm guessing they must build, and wow, would you look at that? He has the exact same idea. It's gonna be the Corrupt, Devour, Noed, and of course Gift of Pain. Interesting decision with this perk, Gift of Pain. I know Zeno is a big fan of Gift of Pain. I will never understand the hype myself, but people love this perk. So let's see if he'll get good value this game.
Yeah, one thing about Gift of Pain that's kind of interesting is that it almost, in a way, punishes you for tunneling because, I mean, you want that slowdown on the gens. So I'm curious if Xeno's going to go for a more spread out hook type playstyle. Just go for chases over and over again rather than the tunnel out like we saw previously. But that's also kind of, I don't know, I feel like Spirit's one of the better tunnel out killers in the game. And it'd be kind of weird to go for that kind of play style.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I have to say, I think that in Wave League, you are required to send your build. So Xeno must have been confident enough in his team to do a good job against Zaka's Spirit to bring a build like this, which this looks like a very like I need 6 stages type of build. You know, this is a very I need 6 stages type of build. So I mean, we're gonna see nice first hit onto Spitz. Spitz is gonna run directly to Shaq. Most likely, he's gonna drop that and take his distance towards main building. Zdino, no nonsense, just gonna go ahead and break Shaq pallet. And we are gonna be seeing Spitz run deeper into the map towards this right side. Let's see if he can laser the down. He cannot, unfortunate. Spitz having some distance around Water Tower and is now going to be playing it until death, most likely. And as you said, Gift of Pain is definitely a perk where you are playing less for the tunnel out and just more for achieving many different hook stages. So we're going to see first gen popping off in the distance. Wait, oh, this is not Spitz. I'm sorry. This is Hardwell. My apologies. This is the fit I always see Spitz using. So I assumed it was him, but it was actually Hardwell.
Yeah, Xeno's going to get the hook on Hardwell that may or may not be a Scourge hook. We can't really tell in the spectator window without, you know, Pain Res being alongside of it, but Xeno's hooked him there on purpose and is now kind of branching out, looking on the totem, looking for any survivors in the area. But, I mean, that is going to be the first stack of Devour Hope, and Xeno's going straight back to the hook.
Ooh, and he's actually deciding to tunnel here. He does not want to play around the map and go for different fresh hooks. He just opted to tunnel, faking the phase at the pallet for a moment. There goes the Devour, unlucky. But let's see. Oh, misses this phase. And now Hardwell is going to make it deeper behind main. Let's hear. He lost him. Oh no, he did not. Nice job there by Xeno. Is it Decisive Strike?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
It is the Decisive Strike. And then Xeno is going to be phasing. Wait, it's here. Nice, and let's get the down once again. That was a very short-lived victory for Hardwell there. And we are going to be seeing now the second stage of the match on Hardwell. 3 gens remaining, 4 stages left to go. I think Xeno's best decision here is just to go for someone completely new, to be honest.
Yeah, I think fresh hooking is probably the best bet. Spitz is going to be here at the top side of the map, looping around the building, calling Xeno's movement here. Xeno going to be swinging for a little bit of a speed boost to get that drop down, continuing the chase onto Spitz. Spitz is going to make this upstairs vault with the swing that's going to give a momentum for the chase as well. Xeno is going to be dashing after Spitz. Spitz is just doing a very good job of holding W, not going to fall for any sort of mind game. The vault is going to come through, and Xeno's going to abandon chase and go for that unhook.
I don't think anyone is here. Wow, and the last gen is very close to popping. Xeno knowing this, he's going to... This is tough position. I think he needs to go back now. I don't know.
Yeah, after committing to the hook, I think that it's best to just confirm that death. We are going to see the phase here, and oh, we do actually catch out a survivor. It's going to be the injury on the Nightlight, then it's going to be the down as well.
He's tunneling though. Or no, he's picking.
No, he's picking.
So third hook stage, this is crucial. Will he tunnel? He will not. I think he's going to go phase directly over to Spitz. Now things get interesting. Spitz did have bounce landing. I don't know if it's back yet. It doesn't seem to be back, no. And the Spitz is just delaying the hit as long as possible, but he is going to get hit eventually. So now we're going to be seeing the phase onto Spitz. Let's see. He needs to land this. Oh, he's going to die on the pallet, though. No way.
Very smart.
Someone here? Oh, I'm nervous for Zeno. I'm not even playing. The thing is, if he can manage to get another fresh hook and kill the fresh hook in endgame. Is there someone here? There is.
Oh,
There is someone there. Dan was ready. Let's see. Bounce
oh,
landing.
they're continuing the chase over here next to that generator. They must have a lot of progress elsewhere, but that is going to be the down onto Spitz. And Zeno's very cautious about a flashlight save, but is just going to go for that hook.
Fourth stage of the match now. And we just need 2 more stages from here in any fashion, and that will be the victory. I believe he might just sit here and camp spit. Where's our Noah totem though? Oh, it's
on
upstairs main. Oh, he saw Dan. I don't think Dan knows that. He was at the bush. He does know. He does know. He saw him through the bush. Wow. Ooh, is this worth chasing? I think it is. I think you have to chase this. Oh my god.
Yeah, unless Dan can make it out of this, I think it's worth.
Oh my god. I think they get the totem in time. I think they might know it. He's gonna go back though. Oh no, comes through.
But that's on Death Hook Hardwell, who's not enough stages. He has to go for the tunnel out here onto Spitz. Spitz is going to be running up to main, which is going to be very advantageous for a chase. The balance landing off the back. Can Spitz fake out the phase? No.
Nuts. Now at this point, wait, do they know Noah's up here? This might actually be defendable for Zeno. This is defendable, I think. If he hears someone the totem, he can go for them. He just needs 1 more stage here in any way, and it will be the win for Team Eternal. 1 second, sorry.
Yeah, Zeno's going to be looking around for any sort of unhooker. They're going to be... Oh, they find Dan! Dan was here trying to get the totem! And the phase, it might land. If this lands, then that's going to be... Oh no, Dan with a very good mind game going to be making it towards the window at the front of the building, but at the same time he is exposed, he is insta-downable, and that is going to be costly. That is going to be the down onto Dan, securing another hook.
And as we said, this hook here is going to be the win. The 4th, I believe the 4th fresh hook, right? Yeah, 4th fresh hook of the game. So that is going to be the victory for Team Elysium in our 2nd set. We're looking at a very good finals match here. Thank you, Elysium, for winning this set. So now we're going to be seeing 1-1. Rest of this match does not really matter, but we're going to be playing for the stages, of course, you know, the bragging rights. Zeno taking a look around, and we do see someone actually going for the unhook. I didn't quite catch who that was. It seemed like a Renato though. Yeah, and Renato's gonna be taking it down. He's our death hook survivor. I think Zeno could not care less. He's just gonna take the hook, and this is gonna be the 7th stage result, and that's it. I think they should make it out from here. I mean, we'll see. Either way, doesn't really matter. And we're gonna be moving into the next set, which is unknown, with a tie. So I have to say as well, interesting that both teams took the other team's set so far.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to be seeing that as some sort of a trend going on across this best yard. And right off the bat, we see some survivor builds here onto Spitz, who is looking very dapper on the Atom. But we do have a very interesting build, more totem focused for Zeno.
This is very interesting, to be honest. We are seeing the Ruin and the Devour Hope. Zeno seems to not like Eruption, honestly. He seems to be very against Eruption. We usually see, I mean, to be fair, I guess between these 2 teams, it's going to be the battle of the 5 stages. So usually Noed is the pick. We're seeing Zaka taking the first chase, first UVX hit, vault, is alive? No, just double vaulting. Let's take a look at what's going to happen here. Another vault? No, we do not see another vault. Zeno does go for the attempt, and there you go. As we said, missed the UVX, and you get reset back to no progress, basically. So, very unfortunate. That's how it is with Unknown. You have to be very on point. And Zeno just kind of unfortunately missing these second UVXs is gonna go ahead and break the pallets, get them out of the way. We hear the ruin. I think rocking on that gen, so Zeno, I believe, heard it too. There is someone here, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or are we both imagining things?
No, we see it. There's some scratch marks running through the shack, going back towards the bottom side of the map here. It does look like they want to try to keep the chase a bit more towards the bottom side, and that gen is popping as the Devour Hope is cleansed, so that's going to be a perk down for Zeno, and it is a huge, huge momentum change for the survivors here.
Wow, that is just absolutely insane. Very well played here by... Ooh, both totems gone. I think Dan might get it off in time as well. Oh my god, this killer. Oh, yeah. That's so unlucky. And there goes the UVX. He might as well just never hit him to begin with. And now we find ourselves at a, I call this a garbage truck filler, or not truck, garbage dumpster. It's the dumpster filler, I guess. Dumpster filler. That makes it sound like it's a bad filler, which by no means is a bad. This is one of the strongest fillers. Wait, Zeno, very nice hit. Okay, this might change things a little bit for him. He really needed this swing in momentum. Dan is kind of dead here, to be honest. He does have that TP there, just in case Dan tries to somehow unzone himself, which it's looking like that's going to be pretty impossible. So yeah, that is going to be the first down of the game. Ruin, Devour, both cleansed. 2 gens out of the way. This is looking like the start of the spirit match for Zaka.
Yeah, I mean, that is 2 gens in response to 1 down, and they probably have way more progress as well. But another thing to note is right now, Zeno is essentially perkless. I mean, we do not have the Ruin up, we do not have the Devour up. There's nothing kind of pressuring these survivors other than the killer player themselves. And Zeno is kind of forced in that regard to come away from the hook and try to use that teleport in order to secure any sort of tunnel outplay rather than, you know, pressuring that unhook as a result. And Zeno's coming back after a tag onto Zaka, going to be firing towards the shack but not landing anything. And Zeno's just going to be looking out for any sort of cross on the survivor side.
Yeah, I have to say, we saw those scratch marks there kind of running in, so Zeno knows that he earned himself some time. Not only did he have Zaka off of Gen, but he also got the hit on him. And then on top of that, oh wait, we do see some people. Yeah, 2-man save coming in here from Team Eternal. Let's see if it's successful. Wait, he tried. Oh, he got the body block, I think. He got the body block.
Oh.
Wait! Oh, you can't do this, Zeno! You can't do this! No!
Oh.
And that's so unlucky because now Zeno does not get the 2 tags that he could have got. That's so unfortunate. Wow, this is a smart play from Eternal, though. They, with some quick thinking, he was able to pull off the body block, but they knew that they could not let this become a trade. It could not be 3 health states. And with that quick thinking, Hardwell went in for the trade and Spitz took the body block. And that was, instead of 2 hits, it was 1 when it could have even been 3. So yeah, that is going to be the 3rd gen popping off. Zaka was absolutely the one that popped that. We know that for a fact. And Dan holding this corner, waiting to see what Zeno does. We're going to be getting the M2 onto Dan now. And he has this filler to play. He actually drops it. I was thinking he might try to go down on pallet, but I think he is deciding against it. Zeno! Oh boy, Spitz dropping that shack pallet right on Zeno's forehead, and Zeno is going to be eating that stun, and we are going to be seeing now Zeno launching a shot at this hill gen. Unfortunately, does not connect anyone, and he's in a tough spot. He needs to get something going for himself.
Yeah, Zeno only has 1 hook stage on the board after that immaculate recovery on the 2-man save. We are going to see some injured survivors here by the bus. They are going to be looping around. We do have one of the better buses, fortunately for the survivors, but unfortunately for Zeno. And Zeno's going to be continuing the chase here on to Dan. Dan is kind of caught out here with that teleport, but at the same time, Zeno does not need it, is just going to get the down onto Dan and secure the 2nd hook stage of this match.
Wow, very nicely played here by Zeno, getting that 2nd stage, but I mean, we need to have more happen. It needs to happen. Oh, what you do? Okay, well, I think something else happened for Zeno. This is good. So we're gonna be seeing the 3rd hook stage of the game. He really needed something like that to happen, to be honest with you. So this is great for Zeno. He's going to get his 3rd hook stage in the basement, 2nd fresh hook of the match. And we have that Noed in our back pocket either, I believe it is Zaka or Spitz. Either way, if we can catch one of them in endgame and we can camp them all the way to death, that will result in the 6th stage result. But I mean, hey, the endgame has not happened yet. Orbital shot from Zeno. Okay, Zeno with a very nice shot here. And now Zaka be running up the hill, potentially a balanced landing. Yep, it does seem like. Oh, wow!
Nice!
Nice! And he TP's back, finds Dan, going for the unhook. He fakes. Oh, okay, I think he anticipated Dan would go for the vault in. Oh, what do you do here as Zeno? Because you do have Zaka on the ground, but you also have Hardwell ticking down in the basement there. Nice! Nice shot here from Zeno. Zeno making an insane recovery.
Yeah, it was looking dire here for Zeno, but after all these tags, he's going to commit to Dan here, who is in fact just running towards the corner. Hardwell might go to 2nd stage for this. We do have that teleport here in the basement. We do see a saving survivor. However, they're not going to be infected, but the body block is coming through. Zeno trying his best in order to get Hardwell down as well. Gets the tag onto Spitz, going to run through the shack, but Hardwell making the vault. Zaka going to be picked up as a result, and Hardwell going to be running towards the edge of the map.
I think it's fading away for him. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that we were in 4K territory. Now, unfortunately, I don't think it is anymore. Dan completely lost Zeno. Wow, well done here. Wow, what a roller coaster this game
is
has been
crazy.
already. Oh my goodness.
You know, kind of flying a little too close to the sun. He saw that 4K in his eyes and just wanted to go for it. But with an expert play there by the survivors of Eternal, I mean, we are back to square one where we only have 3 stages on the board. And now Zeno is going to be going for Dan on the tunnel out, but Dan with the expert positioning is not going to get caught out by that teleport and is just running towards the edge map, buying enough time for the team in order to maybe finish that shack gen. That is going to be a down, but is that generator going to pop as a result?
I would be willing to bet, yes, it does indeed. Adrenaline onto Zaka. This is 4th stage of the game now for Zeno. Wait, yeah, 4th stage of the game. Dan is dead. And I believe it is Zaka or Spitz, both fresh hooks. And we have that haste on the right side of our screen. We know it's no one escapes death. Oh, Zeno's going for the M2s here, though. I believe he thinks maybe they are going to be cleansing it soon, so he's just trying to be safe, make sure that he can get this down. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, I think he might also be trying to maybe fake out the fact that he has no ed. Oh no, they know. It's over.
They are well aware.
Never mind.
Oh, this is rough now. Who's the one that cleansed this? Oh no. Oh no, I think this is going to be 4 stages now. Yeah, I mean, he needs to find... Nah, I mean, Hardwell is the one that opened the gate. He must be. So, yeah, I mean, that's going to be the 4th stage result for Zeno. Wow, what a roller coaster of emotions this game was. And that is going to be the victory. Or not the victory yet, but a very good result here for Team Eternal. 4 stages. I believe it's... is it 3 fresh? It might be 2 fresh.
All right, and right off the bat, we see a very interesting build.
Interesting. So make your choice is actually very smart choice, if you will, here, I think, in my opinion. This will pretty much almost guarantee fresh hits because I believe, I mean, maybe I'll be wrong, but most likely I think we're going to be seeing Nightlight, you know, trying his best to get a first down, get a first hook, etc. Maybe playing around the map, and then as soon as he sees that unhook, TP back, go for the person that just unhooked. But as we're speaking, we see Pedro taking the first chase of the game. Is going to be getting weakened pretty early on. Ooh, unfortunate. Nightlight does not make the swing.
Oh, no, the greed.
Will not. And Pedro with insane greed. And just like that, it's as if the first shot did not even matter. So Nightlight is going to leave this chase and try to find something else. This gen on Shack already has a lot of progress. Nightlight not opting to kick it with Eruption, instead just going to try to take the chase as fast as possible. Silhey is going to be dodging that first UVX, and we are going to be seeing him running deeper into the... Oh, never mind. Staying at this tile. Is that live? It does not seem like it. Now, most likely going to be taking the tag. No, he's not. He's going to be taking the M1, though. Yeah, here's the M1. Dropping Shack Pallet, and Nightlight is going to opt to go ahead and break it. We do see Zeno as well that shack. I think Nightlight. Nah, he's gonna want to chase Silhe here. I would be surprised if Silhe does not die in a pallet in this chase. I would be willing to bet he will. Nightlight going for a shot at the pallet gym, unfortunately not connecting.
Yeah, Nightlight going to be continuing around the pallet gym. We do see the point tech coming through. Are we going to see a pallet save? Nightlight trying to call out the bluff of the players. We are going to see that pickup. We hear the footsteps, and there it is. That's going to be Zeno getting the pallet save, and then the blind to try to get Silhe even more distance without having to worry about that UVX. The shot is going to come through and land here at the car filler. And that's going to make a lot of distance towards the bottom side of the map. Another pallet gem and another 2 gens popping, but there is the down. And now we are going to see Pedro in the area, not quite able to get a save. And that will be the first hit of the game at 3 generators.
Wow, this is very unfortunate for Team Elysium with a very nice start, but unfortunately, Silhe did not die in the place he needed to, in all honesty. So that is going to result in the first hook of the game. And if we were in the first matchup of the set, this would be, you know, we're in a good spot as Elysium. This is a good place to be, but with our win condition, it's going to be a little rough, to be honest. We need to find a way to not allow 3 more stages. The one saving grace is that there's no Noed in this build, which, I mean, that could be pretty huge.
Yeah, I mean, that will open up some endgame play viabilities. That the only problem is you have to get there first. And at the moment, I mean, we're not going to see an unhook onto Silhe for quite some time. Nightlight's just trying to zone Zeno to get hit by the UVX. Predicts the flare, but does not land. Zeno going to be getting rid of that hallucination and is just continuing to run around this truck filler. Meanwhile, we're not going to see the unhook quite yet. They might even let him go second, just knowing that they have some hook stages to play with at this point. The blind is going to come through on Zeno. That is going to be the pull finally onto Silhe. And now we're going to see Nightlight teleport away from Zeno and back over here towards the unhook. And we do see some scratch marks and some blood, and we have our exposed Pedro in the area, going to be zoned away from the pallet using the UVX, but Nightlight doesn't go for a body block. That is going to be a drop pallet. Pedro going to make it towards this pallet gym, and there is the body block coming through, but at the same time, Pedro is going to get injured. I mean, it's better than an exposed down. At the same time, we do have a teleport here zoning from the pallet, and they're doing such a good job. It's going to be the down, but the point tech.
Yeah, and here's the pallet save again, most likely. It's just, you know, a matter of where is Zeno coming from. I believe he has the Sprint Burst 99s, or not 99s, but, you know, maybe just ready to go. And yeah, there he is. Good find for Nightlight. But time is ticking, to be honest, and with no Noed, this is rough. We need to make something happen, Nightlight. Someone's on shack right now, and that gen is gonna pop, actually. And I mean, we don't know where the last gen is, but this might actually be doable for Elysium. The M1 tag is gonna come through, and I believe now we're gonna be seeing Nightlight going for the pickup. Wait,
oh, he's so concerned someone else is here.
It wasn't even Shack that popped. It was a different gen. That gen is so close to being done. Swatter is here too. That UVX is not gonna land. Nightlight is in a pickle here. I'd assume that Silhe is working Shack. The TP, but Zeno's gonna drop the pallet. They get the pickup. And he's gonna die on the ground. But the last gen pops, and that's gonna be an adrenaline onto Silhe. Gate pretty close to him as well. Does he make basement? Oh, this is huge if he makes basement. He might be able to guarantee at least a tie, but will Elysium take it is the question. Will they decide to take this tie, or will they want to greed for the win in this set?
We'll have to see. Right now, Zeno is injured. They're probably going to have to try to get a reset in order to have as many bodies as possible. These doors are not the most favorable for this hook position, and they're going to have to be worried about you know, getting down into basement uninjured as well. But at the same time, we hear the doors opening. They might just be willing to take that tie.
I think that is a wise decision, to be honest. I think that basement can go very wrong, and I don't know if they would want to risk that, because I mean, I don't know. It is Elysium. I think they will risk it, actually, now that I think about it. Elysium is a risky team, so I think they're gonna do it. But time is ticking. They don't have that much longer, to be honest. So they're gonna have to hurry up before Pedro goes to second stage. Because if Pedro does go to the second stage and then Nightlight gets another hook on anyone, it'll be over. Oh, Zeno! He ran in beneath his nose! He swung. There needs to be two men. Two men saved. They're ready for it. And Nightlight's going for the UVX. It's gonna be successful. Oh my god. Is Zeno... Oh, he gets the TP though. But they're prepared for it. And it's not gonna land! And the M1, and that's gonna be it! 2 stages on the board for Nightlight. He does not make this, I don't think.
Oh, the body block from Swatter!
Wow!
Oh
Well
my
played here
goodness.
by Elysium. I did not think this was doable. Oh my goodness. And Elysium is taking set number 3. No way.
That is
I am sorry for ever downing you, Elysium. Well done here by Elysium. What a fantastic Survivor performance. Wow, I have no words.
And right off the bat, we do see a Dragon's Grip along with the Pain Res and this Sloppy Butcher, so.
This is interesting. We're gonna be seeing Silhey taking the first chase. He does have this filler here to work with. Nightlight to be forcing it down. Predicts the
Nice.
Oh, Silhey's dead. Silhey's dead. He should not have ulted that. He's literally dead, I think. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I guess this goes to show why you shouldn't underestimate Clown.
It's Clown. I told you. It's Clown. And I feel like people in this day and age, they think that Clown, I mean, I don't know. I think they don't realize how insane Clown is. Clown is very punishing of even one small misstep that can happen. And I mean, as you just saw, Silhey tried to greed a vault back. And I mean, yeah, you saw what happened. He's just dead. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. And that's a very early Pain Res on that Shack gen as well, which is a crucial gen macro-wise. And now Nightlight's also going to apply the Dragon's Grip to that generator, going to be getting the speed boost going to patrol the cross over here. I mean, we do have that hook in that 3 pocket, and that will be Zeno exposed for a considerable amount of time, which kind of limits his ability to go for that unhook now. I'm not sure if we're going to see any rotations here. I mean, these survivors are pretty good at hiding their rotations, but at the same time, Nightlight does have this hill vantage point, going to be looking around for any sort of survivor play for this unhook. And this is a great position for Nightlight to be in.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's in a very good spot. This is a complete contrast to what we saw in the unknown set. He is doing a very dominant performance so far. Already the second stage at 4 gens, and Silhey is completely zoned into this pocket as well, which is another thing to mention. So I mean, I don't know. This is looking very rough. And wait. Okay, I thought it was a Dragon's Grip. I was like, is it not on cooldown? Okay, but we're gonna be seeing the kick on this gen on the truck, applying the Dragon's Grip to that gen this time. So now this time we actually might see it. And I mean, we see another gen popping off in the distance. I mean, my early prediction here is I think it's gonna be a 4K one.
Really, a 4K one?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow. And this is like one of the most advantageous positions I've seen in a Wrecker's Yard set this matchup. So, I mean, Nightlight is just playing this phenomenally, and I mean, the RNG here is fantastic. I mean, he has good line of sights. He's got the hill to patrol, and he's able to just kind of cancel out any potential for an unhook here. And we might have to see a double save. I don't know what Elysium can do if this unhook. No, that's going to be a death, actually. They're just going to let him die.
Yeah. That is insane. So we're still at 3 gens, by the way, and Silhey is dying here on the hook. We have progress on maybe 2 of these gens, and the rest of them a completely tacked 3 gen that is not looking too breakable, to be honest, in a 3v1. And on top of this, I mean, we have like a 5 gen setup on this side of the map.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would be willing to bet 2 more gens will pop. But other than that, I would not be surprised if we see just the 4 gen.
Yeah, that's going to apply Dragon's Grip to that middle generator as well. Xeno and injured, running away from that side of the map altogether towards the bus. It's not the good bus, it's the split bus. Very unfortunate, but we are going to see pallet play here. Very good patience from Xeno, but unfortunately, that is still going to result in a down. And now that's going to be another hook at 2 generators, getting the 4th stage.
Wow. And yeah, as you say, 4th stage of the game, another pain res, right? Yep, another pain res. And oh, is that a skill check as well? Wow, that's the minus 30% there, 10%, and the 20% from the pain res. Nightlight is checking lockers. He is, it seems like he's confident that someone's stealthing around here for the unhook. He might not be wrong, as they just popped the gen here, but I believe whoever it is has done a good job of stealthing away. He faked as if he was leaving, seeing if he could bait some scratch marks, anything, but no. Our survivor is very smart here. He knows that he could just wait until Nightlight commits to this side, and wow, very nice gen progress from Elysium. Good recovery from that kind of rough start that they had. And now we're going to be seeing how the rest of this game plays out. And we are going to be seeing, let's take a look. Oh, is that I keep thinking it's Dragons, but it's just,
No,
you know, Elysium's partner.
Yeah, the scene partner is kind of wild, but at the same time, we do have that aura reading, allowing Xeno to kind of go for that vault, but it's not going to be enough. Nightlight's going to get that read down and secure a 2nd stage onto Xeno at 2 generators remaining. And I don't think I heard Pedro scream across the map, indicating that that 12 gen might not be popping anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And with Xeno taking the 2nd stage here pretty fast, in like a blink of an eye. I mean, this might be rough, but I will say Elysium has a lot of progress, and I don't think this is impossible at all. I mean, let's see what's gonna happen from here. I think this, I mean, I changed my mind. I don't think this is 4K anymore. I think this is outs, but I just don't know if it's gonna be a lot of outs is the thing. These gens are extremely high progress though. Extremely high progress. So. Oh, he's bait Pedro. Well done, and Pedro is dead. That's it. Well done here by Nightlight.
This is a great spot to get a hook as well. I mean, it's right between these 2 very high progress gens. We are going to see the scene partner, which is going to slow down the gen progress. It's working against him. Oh my goodness. That is going to be a pin res, and that will stop that 12 gen from popping, and Nightlight is right here to kick that Shack gen with the Dragon's Grip, also making it much more difficult to pop this as well. That is just so unfortunate that the scene partner just did that.
This is insane now. He has such a powerful setup. He has this gen regressing a Shack. He has the 12 gen also regressing at the same time. He has the hook literally in between them. So I mean, this is rough. This is rough for Elysium.
Yeah, and look, he's just trying to bait out the unhook. We know that 12 gen is not going to pop because of the pain res, and now we are going to see some more progress on that middle gen because Dragon's Grip is off cooldown. But look at Nightlight. This is expert positioning on the clown, just making it to where the unhook is not going to come in anytime soon, and you cannot work this generator.
This is interesting. So is he gonna? What's his plan here? I think he's gonna try to force the 2nd stage onto Pedro, and then I mean, I don't even know. Do they pop both gens in this situation?
They might. 2nd stage is going to be confirmed. He's not going to commit to Xeno. Yeah, he wants to.
Dragons.
That's what he's going for.
Xeno will pop his gen, and then it's a matter of what happens from there. Swatter is not touching it. He's waiting at the Dragons.
This is crazy.
Now he's committing to Xeno now. Xeno, patient. Vault. He's dead now. He might force locker.
He doesn't manage to make it to a locker.
He's slugging for this. He doesn't want them popping this gen. Oh, wait, what's happening here? He has an insta hook onto Xeno.
He might go for the pain res though. No, he goes for the Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, this gen is extremely high progression. I think it might be doable for another gen, but it will be very difficult. Let's see though. Nightlight is just waiting for his dragons. I think the smartest thing for Elysium to do here is have Pedro positioned for this gen, because I mean he's already injured, and then Swatter play for a completely different gen, maybe the one that we see in front of us at 4.
I think he's calling out that play is going to be checking this generator. Does hear Pedro scream, knowing that the gen was touched. And now the injured Pedro is going to be running away from the generator, trying to get as much distance as possible. But Nightlight, with that speed on the yellow bottles, is just cutting off any distance from Pedro. That's going to be a drop of the pallet right on Nightlight's head. That's going to force Nightlight away, trying to get the hit onto Swatter. Swatter being healthy here is crucial. And I don't think Swatter can afford getting tagged, but at the same time, you're up against Clown. That's going to be an inevitability. And that will be a tag, leaving both players injured. And this is a much better position for Nightlight defending this generator.
I still think we can get one more gen.
I think it's possible too.
Let's see. Oh, nah, Pedro's too close now. This is like, I mean, maybe if Swatter goes to get in the gen right now, we know that there's no eruption. So if someone's gonna get a gen and finish it, it has to be right now.
Ooh,
Pedro, smart
50.
play. Well done. Does he try again? Still no? Pre-vault? No, double vault. No. Oh my god. If Swatter's in the gen, he might pop it. No way, right? No way he pops it by the time Nightlight gets there.
Man, I called out the bad bus earlier, but Pedro's making me eat my words.
It's still regressing. So Swatter's on a completely different gen. Oh my god, he's on this gen here. What is this play from Elysium? That gen is okay. I mean, interesting. I mean, they're completely hard gambling for Chase. It seems like.
I think they want to slow the match down and just rely purely on the last chase lasting, because now you have two gens that Nightlight has to worry about. I don't know if you can either, but that's what I'm guessing. We are going to see the chase here onto Pedro, and I don't know if there's enough time. Oh, especially with that down, there's not enough time to pop that gen at 4.
Yeah, exactly. And he's actually going for the pickup. He wants to take the pain res, I believe. I don't think Pedro's been hooked. So this is going to be the pain resonance hook now onto Pedro. Yeah, actually, oh, it's not. He's dead. Okay, never mind. My fault. We are going to be seeing Swatter. No, he's not coming in for the gen. So he's actually going to probably be playing for the gate somehow. We see the hatch being closed. And
these gates are so good for Nightlight.
Yeah, I don't think he can lose this. Okay, well, Swatter did try to get on the gate immediately, but I don't think it's gonna work out for him. Yeah, so that is gonna be the 4K at 1 gen for Nightlight, and I mean, this is about what you'd expect. Nightlight, Clown, and Silhei just did a very rough performance at the start of the game, and I don't know. He just honestly, I think the main problem was him vaulting back. That vault back really put him in trouble. If he did not do that, I think he might have had a much better chance of making things difficult for Nightlight, but that vault back made things easier for him, for sure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And man, what insane Dragon's Grip value we saw that game. Yeah, that strange gen scenario with that hook at Shaq, that was... Man.
Absolutely insane. And yeah, that is gonna be the 4K at 1. I mean, I think we've seen crazier things happen in this best of 5 alone. So I would not be surprised if Zeno can tie that. I think Clown is a very capable killer, but I do think that I think it's more likely that Eternal will win this set on serve, but I might be jinxing them. So I mean, I think most likely we're gonna be getting our Meyer set, but I mean, we're gonna have to see. Zeno, and yeah, look at that build. Unfortunately, he was anticipating maybe some escapes, for Elysium, and he did bring No One Escapes Death, which means Zeno is basically playing with Corrupt, Painrush, Sloppy for this win condition, which, I mean, that's pretty fair, to be honest. Compare it to Nightlight's build. It's basically the same thing, except for no Dragon's Grip. Which, I mean, in all honesty, Dragon's Grip did a lot of work, so maybe that will still be an important factor. But let's see. I mean, Zaka is taking the first chase here, makes the pallet pretty safely. It's going to go ahead and drop it, and Zeno is just going to go ahead and break that pallet. He makes the shack pretty safely, and already that's going to be 6 bottles used, so we're going to be seeing the reload and the leave for Zeno here. We are going to be seeing Dan on top of the hill.
Oh, good read.
Well played by Zeno. He predicts the pre-drop from Dan. Not necessarily of a pallet, but rather a hill. This is not bad though. This is really not bad. 2 jungle gyms is a little unfortunate for Zeno, I must say. And the first gen is gonna pop.
Yeah, already. Nice. Very similar down to the last game. We have it in the little pocket here. And Zeno does have a hill, although not as advantageous, especially with this jungle gym kind of around Dan. But at the same time, we are not actually going to see Zeno patrol the hook kind of like Nightlight did. Instead, he's going to go and spread out pressure, getting a chase onto Zaka, trying to force the vault here with that haste. And there it is. It's going to come through, getting a tag. And Zaka's actually running towards Shack, going to be using the Shack pallet. Yep, that is going to be a Shack pallet thrown. But with that speed boost coming through, this could be a very interesting chase. Oh my goodness, that haste is incredible. That's going to be a down onto Zaka. And an unhook as well in the meantime. But, I mean, Zeno has 2 hooks at 4 generators. And this could be another pain res, stalling out that even more. But even so, it's right there on top of the gen.
Ooh, it's not a pain res though. That was a normal hook. He's going to go ahead and take the hook on top of the hill, kick the gen to get some regression going on it. But honestly, I think it's more important that we get a tunnel out. I think if Zeno wants to 4K this, he needs to try and get Dan out of the game. Dan has not been healed, and I'm pretty sure Sloppy Butcher should be out by now on him, as it is 70 seconds now. But I mean, I don't know. We can't just sit here and camp. I think that a 4K1 is a tough task on Clown, and it means that we're gonna have to go out there and get some things done here.
Yeah, the pallet is going to be broken here on the top side of the crane. That's going to be an unhook attempt right here, and that's going to come through. The tag is going to come through onto Zaka rather than Hardwell, but it looks like Zeno is instead going to play for Zaka here. They are going to be throwing these bottles, trying to get the haste around. But it does look like Zaka's playing for... Oh, no, just drops it right on his head. Such good patience from Zaka.
And that drop is spelling disaster, to be honest, for Zeno. I mean, as he really needs this pain rise, he really needs something to happen. What? Sorry?
He didn't get the speed boost there. It looked like he threw the bottle a little bit too far away.
Yeah, it did seem like it. Unlucky for Zeno. We do. Is this 1 injured player or 2 injured players? No, 1 injured player. Okay, we see Zaka here. No vault, so patient. I mean, it's same ping. You could be as patient as you want. You could be here forever. But we're gonna be seeing now Zeno leaving this chase, is gonna spot the other injured player, Dan, and Zeno needs to get this very fast, or else it's gonna be rough. He does get it, and that's gonna be the second stage onto Dan. But that gen that Dan was working is likely gonna be popped, as we are carrying Dan to this second stage now. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Zeno might have had a chance, but he cannot be, he needs to be tunneling, and he just didn't tunnel. He went for fresh hooks, which, you know, maybe if this was the first game of the set, might be not a bad idea, but we are not in the first game of the set. We are in the second game, and we have a win condition to meet, and this is not gonna suffice for the win condition. Zeno needs to make something happen. He needs to get some pain res hooks going. He needs to delay the gens that will pop. and otherwise he's gonna be in a very tough spot.
Yeah, Zeno is unfortunately not going to be able to get the win any longer. Does throw out the pink bottle rather than the yellow bottle here. And is trying to get that tunnel out chase onto Zaka. He managed to elude him for so long. That will be a down at the truck filler. Very well played from Zeno. But at this point, Zeno can only hope for a tie result, which, I mean, it might be good for the mental, sure, but at the same time, it's going to be decisive what happens in the next set with Myers.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true, huh? We are definitely going to Myers no matter what. We are gonna get. Was that Pena's? I wasn't looking at the top right. I kind of forgot to look. But oh yeah, it was. We have 2 Pena stacks used. Zeno's gonna reload because he has no bottles, and I think he might opt. Oh no, does not opt to chase spits. He needs. I mean, I don't know. He needs to do everything at once. He needs to regress the gens. He needs to tunnel out Dan. He needs. I mean, look at this gen. This is gonna be very rough. He even wants to tie.
Yeah, this gen split is incredibly good. I mean, it is like a whole mile between these generators from one end to the other.
Yeah, at completely opposite ends of the map. Look at that. 3 and 9, both deep pockets of the map. This is going to be extremely difficult. I don't think this is really doable, to be honest. But I mean, you can never really say never. We've seen crazier things. But I think realistically, there's no way Zeno can do anything here. Is this 3 jungle gyms? I just realized.
I think
it's 3 jungle gyms. There's three jungle gyms they got. Wait,
Behavior are Eternal fans apparently, because that is crazy.
Holy. 3 jungle gyms. Oh my god, that is actually insane. We're seeing Zeno reload though. He's out of bottles. Here's gonna be the 6th bottle. Zaka and Jay. He is the death hook.
Oh.
I mean, maybe something can happen here. Zaka's doing a good job though. Nice slow vaults. Zeno's not really aware. Oh, here we go. Here's the vault. And yeah, the last gen will pop for that. We remember that the gen there had a lot of progress. So even though Zeno put up a very excellent show, put up some very, very good chases, I don't think it will be enough. And that is going to mean Eternal will be taking set number 4, and we are going to be tying up the sets 2-2, which means the grand finals will be decided in a final set, the Myers set, on Hawkins National Laboratory. But let's see how the rest of this game goes. Zeno does have that no one escapes death for the extra stages in endgame. Unfortunately, his win condition was to not get to endgame. So it will not mean too much, but at least we'll get another down onto Dan, and that is going to be the 7th stage of the game. And potential for maybe another fresh hook. I believe Hardwell is our fresh hook. They do get Noed, but even then Spitz is still injured, so maybe we could just go for Spitz and get a secure 9 stages.
Yeah, pretty solid result for Clown either way. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough for that win condition. But that does mean that we get that Myers game, which is going to be very exciting. Oh.
But this is one of the best finals we could ask for. You know, going all the way to best of 5, Eternal versus Elysium. This is fantastic, and it's all gonna be decided by the big Myers set. So Zeno doing a bit of trolling here.
This is high level mind games. It's so it's.
Oh. Where is Spitz even?
Oh, he's not even looking at him.
Okay. What's this? I mean, this is like beyond our comprehension, I think.
Yeah, I'm too small brain for this. I don't have enough wrinkles in my brain to comprehend the mind games.
Are we gonna leave for the Mori? He is. All right, we're gonna get the Chicken Man Morty, I think, right? Yeah, here we go. Oh wait, is it Chicken Man? I think it is.
And he's got the body, but he doesn't got the head.
Not the head, yeah. Wow, what a nice way to end off this clown set. A finger to the mouth.
Man.
And yeah, that is gonna be the clown set. So though.
Yeah. And here is the game. We do have Zeno on the Myers with that Trail of Torment, like we were saying, but we are still in Tier 1 right now, and the survivors are just kind of running a frenzy up here on the top side of the map. Zeno trying to get some stalk off, but they are doing a very good job of just denying the,
Oh.
the line of sight a bit of the FOV tech there. But yeah, Zeno's still in that Tier 1, which is going to be limiting on what he's able to do. The survivors are doing a good job of just denying that. Zeno's going down the map, but I mean, this positioning here. Oh, nope, we do actually find, I believe that was Nightlight on the generator.
Yes. And as we were talking about, we do see a certain perk. I don't think anyone will be surprised. Honestly, this perk is very insane on indoor sets. And yeah, it is unforeseen. Unforeseen, going to be getting some value here. Zeno is nowhere to be found in the eyes of the survivors. There's no terrorities. Oh, we do have someone holding the upstairs, and they're going to be calming to the rest of the team. He's upstairs. He's upstairs. Zeno might be trying to cut him off, though. Or no, he's not. He's just going to go try to find someone else in the hallways. He knows that they're going to be playing safe around here. They're probably going to be trying to play in open areas where they could see Myers so that they're not giving up a free hit. But we are going to be seeing... Who is this? Who is this? Nightlight or Zaka? Both, maybe both. Is that two people? Or am I?
It looked like Zaka. That is going to be a pallet drop. Yeah.
Oh, he's getting so much stock. Oh my god. And that's basically the tier 3. Yeah, that's the tier 3. And there's like, I don't think there's that much progress so far, Tyro.
Yeah, I mean, all we know about is this top gen and maybe the gen in the upstairs room that we saw, I believe, Hardwell at earlier. So we do hear some progress in one of the other rooms, but Zeno is just going to be applying that unforeseen and going in chase here. Is going to be popping that tier 3 onto Zaka, and I don't think Zaka makes this window in time. Is just trying to get as much time as possible in the corner, and I don't see a hook in the portal room here.
I mean, there's a new one that spawns now in this, I guess, below the gen, I guess you could say. And not a pain res, unfortunately. Don't think that's too much of a problem, though. I'm sure that Zeno might be able to find it again later. But we are going to be hearing some progress inside this room. Zeno is going to kick it, get that eruption value, get that unforeseen up as well. That's huge. And not only are we unforeseen, but we're in tier 3. So, oh, the Ana comes through, though. They don't know where Zeno is. There's no terror.
The unforeseen was on cooldown. They still know where he is. But Zeno is showing himself here, and that's going to be a chase onto Dan in the portal room. Dan's going to be making the vault, going straight down the map. We do have a head, but it does not hit. And that's going to be a down onto Zaka, a fatal mistake.
Wait, that's actually huge because, I mean, we basically farmed Zaka off the hook. Basically, it was an instant unhook, and now we're taking a pain res as well as the. This is so bad for Eternal now. This is so bad. I mean, I honestly think that, I mean, obviously Zeno will know better than me, but I mean, we basically have no progress on gens. So other than the gen that just popped, like, I would just camp this, I think, because you could almost guarantee a decent result if you make sure that they don't get this for free, and you make sure that they don't get some sort of for the people off. And like, I don't know, I mean, those two gens that just popped, that's it. There's no other progress. So, I mean, we're gonna have to see. Maybe, I mean, Zeno is wanting to pressure. He doesn't want to let them 3-split for free because that would be obviously very, very bad for him. But he does also have this forge on the top side. Oh, but the unhook! And he hits Dan. Okay, Zaka, this is your moment now. This is your moment, Zaka. Zaka needs to go crazy here. Some hit tanks maybe from teammates. Some pre-drop with a pallet. Let's see. Oh, and Zeno's just gonna go back and break this. Smart decision from Zeno here.
Yeah, that god pallet has to be gotten rid of, but at the same time, it looks like Zaka, is that a lucky break play? Where did the scratch marks even go?
It might be self-preservation? I don't know, I doubt it. Oh, we catch them off guard. This is why I said, I swear it was a better idea to just camp, because allowing that pull to happen now makes this doable for Eternal. Obviously, you can't just sit there and face camp, but I mean, honestly, that might have been the best play. Now we're in a tough spot as Zeno here.
Yeah, I mean, this generator has a lot of progress on it now, and both generators up there do have eruption on them, but at the same time, we don't really have a target quite yet. That is going to be Nightlight running back towards the top side of the map. The Chem Trap, though, my favorite perk in the game, is going to slow down Xeno, and Xeno's not going to commit. Instead, is trying to catch someone off guard on maybe a rotation down the map. Um, but I think they're playing super safe, and Zaka gets reset.
Wow, this is very unfortunate for Xeno here, but he does have that tier 3, and he does find Nightlight here. Nightlight with some nice greed, knows that Xeno will never commit there. I think this might be a hit though. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Nice job here by Xeno. That is going to be the down onto Nightlight, and maybe another pain res. Yeah, I'd assume he would be going for the pain res as he just skipped over that hook. So he's gonna take this hook here. Pain resonance applied. We hear Dan screaming in the distance, and I mean, let's see what's gonna happen from here. Zaka is probably playing very safe right now. Wow, pre-run from I believe this was Dan most likely. This is I mean, either way, this is still good stages so far for Myers, but I really think if he just camped Zaka, this would have been so much better for him.
Yeah, and right now Xeno's trying to find Zaka, who was, you know, healed to full. I mean, Zaka and gets it very good down. This is exactly what Xeno needs for a good result.
Wow, this might work out for him in the end. Oh my goodness! So this is Zaka now dead. This is not good for Eternal. I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, as soon as Zaka had the chance of being found, he should have went into a locker or something. Just make sure that he will never find you, because this is the only way that Xeno can pull off a 4K. And now I think we're in 4K territory.
Yeah, I mean, that was a death at 3 gens is good for any killer, but I mean, now you have to deal with all the stealth and the insta downs for Myers, and Xeno's doing a good job of holding these gens on the top side of the map as well. Does manage to catch out 2 players here on this generator. Is going to apply that eruption and that unforeseen on this generator as well. Going to be getting lots of confusion on the comms. And we do see some scratch marks, but at the same time, I mean, this gen setup is just brutal, and Xeno's kicked a lot of the resources up here as well.
He is always getting dangerously close to that tier 3 once again. Oh, I don't like this for Eternal. I have a feeling that we're about to see that snowball that I was talking about. This gen is regressing with eruption applied. They are playing it very safe. They know they are in a tough spot here. And it seems like Xeno is taking a look around, trying to find someone hiding. He knows that they are hiding. They're trying to get a reset off. Maybe they're trying to play this slow. And we see Nightlight soloing this gen here, injured. Let's see what Xeno decides to do. He's going to commit to the side. Here are the scratch marks. Not applying eruption. Ooh, some movement.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, nice movement. He's anticipating Nightlight's gonna drop this. Nightlight does drop it. He anticipates that Xeno will walk through.
Oh,
well done
goodness.
here. Good 50 win. Bloodlust is coming through though. And this down. Oh!
Chem trap.
Grandpa juking?
Oh!
Okay. And that's it, I think. Yeah, the eruption. Pain res here would be deadly.
Yeah. Oh wait, Xeno's choosing to slug instead. Is going to go apply the unforeseen on this gen and maybe walk up towards the top.
There goes this 4-gen though. Was this worth it? I don't know.
I don't know either, especially without getting that hook and the potential pain res. I mean, they could pick Nightlight up in response for this, but that is going to be Dan found, a very strong pallet thrown. No progress on that generator. They could be on the portal room generator, but I mean, yeah, Dan has such a strong pallet. Xeno popping power a little prematurely, I think, but at the same time, Dan's just going to leave that pallet, instead running towards the bottom side of the map. We do have this pallet right here which is much less safe, especially against that lunge. But Dan is playing this extremely well. Going to be making it towards this pallet. Greeting, not going to be dropping it. Going to be getting to this pallet, but it's not going to be enough thanks to the bloodlust.
Wow. Nyla is still slugged, but Spitz accepting the 4K1 even. I mean, that's what that tells me. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's see what happens from here. Maybe. Oh yeah. I mean, this is 4K1 or this is hard one. I keep thinking it's Spitz. And yeah, that is gonna be the 4K1 for Zeno in this Meyer set. What a fantastic result on a Meyer set. And I mean, I will say, obviously, like I should say, it could have been 4K2 even. And I think if Zeno maybe decided to camp his 4-gen instead of greeting for the 4K3, he could have definitely 4K2, maybe with some mistakes from the serves. But obviously, I get the benefit of sitting here and watching, so obviously it's a lot harder to actually think straight when you're playing. And I think that, I mean, I don't know, I think even then I might be wrong, but I really struggle to see how Eternal would have been able to deal with it. Zeno had his tier 3 99s, the gen had Eruption applied to it, and he had a very good 4-gen at the top side. So I was thinking, honestly, he could just secure that for a 4K2. But in the end, the 4K1 is still a phenomenal result, much better than what you would expect to see here on the Myers.
Oh yeah, I mean, Zeno really popping off, getting some pretty decisive chases, and also on top of that, Zaka not able to get that head on in the early game, just kind of snowballed, like you were saying in the intermission chat, just kind of snowballed for Zeno, getting that read down so quickly, essentially farming him off the hook. And leading to this great result. I mean, it just kind of led to a pain res, led to survivors getting caught off guard, and led to so many things happening. It's very unfortunate for Eternal.
Wow. Yeah, well played by Zeno, really. Very well played. I'm very
He has his moments. I'm not gonna hate. I can't hate on Myers, but
ooh, interesting. So instead of unforeseen, we actually see Zaka with Trail of Torment. It's interesting because that's the only difference in the build. It seems as if both teams agree that Eruption Pain Res Corrupt is the play, but then we don't see the same final perk, that kind of undetectable perk. If you wait, there's someone on this gen. Are they aware that? Oh, Zaka, I'm lucky. You guys see these doors? That is very unfortunate. But this, wait, this actually might play in his favor. Wait, he can stalk Zeno here infinitely, because Zeno can't leave. Oh no. Does he take the hit? Zeno?
oh, he should have took the hit. Yeah.
Does he have to run out? Okay, now he'll run out for sure.
Okay.
And worth pointing out that Zaka also opted for purple add-on. Zeno is going to be trying to dodge the stock for a little bit there, is successful in doing so. And now makes it back, dodging the stock a little bit more. Just the same thing once again. Zaka is now going to opt to leave. 70% of the corrupt is gone, it looks like. We have about 50% of our stock, just a little bit under. So this is not the worst situation for Zaka, not the worst situation for Elysium, but I will say it is a little bit favored towards them, considering they just need to pop 5 gens. So we are going to be seeing a bit of stock here onto Pedro. The kick comes through, Eruption, Trail of Torment being applied to that generator, and we're going to be seeing Zaka now making his way towards the portal room. We do not hear anyone on the portal room gen. Oh, iPick, hello.
Yeah, iPick getting caught out here, going to be filling Zaka's stock meter. That is going to be the tier 3 achieved for the first time. And now we have to deal with the portal room window. That is going to force this pallet drop, I believe. But no, iPick greeds. But Zaka with a very good read, going to get that down. And that is going to secure the first hook of the game at 4 generators. That's
great.
Yep.
But that is a very good gen for them to pop, actually. That is a gen that kind of connected Zaka's 3 gen that he had here. That would have been very bad if that gen didn't pop, actually. Oh, and the pull
Fast pull.
is so fast. Oh my god. They must be very confident in iPick here. I I almost want to say this is a bad idea. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here, but this is I mean, where did iPick even go? He's not even here. This is Xeno. Where did iPick manage to go?
I don't know. They managed to divert Zaka's attention away from iPick by Xeno running upstairs. And now iPick is kind of gone, meaning that Zaka has lost his tunnel out. I don't know if it was some sort of like head-on locker play with like Lucky Star or something, but yeah, iPick is just kind of gone, and now we do have a chase here onto Swatter. Swatter's going to be caught out at the bottom side, does have this pallet, which makes this a little bit tedious for our killer, but Swatter's doing a good job, and that is just going to be a drop chase with a kick.
Oh boy. Zaka has his work cut out for him the rest of the set. It's not impossible. We have a couple of injuries. Oh, this is helpful.
Yeah.
But the stock from very close is very slow now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is rough now. But Pedro is gonna have a little bit of distance. Zaka is still stalking. And now we're almost at the tier 3 once again. This is not where you want to be, Pedro. This is not where you want to be. I mean, we have the benefit of knowing how much he's stalked. Pedro does not. But actually, Zaka is going to leave Pedro now. He gets the 99 tier 3, and now he's going to be trying to take a chase onto someone else. Scratch marks here. They're kind of stuck here, aren't they? Or did they somehow make a break for it? Where are they? Are they here?
Oh my goodness.
Where did they go? Okay, well, Trail of Torment is going to be applied to the gen. And we're taking a look around. I have no idea where they went, Tyro. I have no idea.
Elysium's playing Metal Gear Solid this game, just constantly losing chase, and Zaka is unable to find any of them. I mean, they're doing such a good job of just denying any sort of downs for Zaka, and Zaka's kind of scrambling as a result. Oh, we do have the drop down. That's going to be, yeah.
Wait, did I hear eruption?
Yeah.
Should he have? I mean, I think he might have wanted to slug that, no?
Maybe. Guess we'll have to see what happens. I mean, this is going to be a basement hook as well, rather than a pain res.
This could make things happen for him, but I think the slug was almost necessary there, to be honest with you.
The Trail of Torment ran out. That should give Zaka notice that they're on that bottom side generator, but he's instead kind of branching out.
Okay, we do see Swatter on Tori. He has some distance to the upstairs, so he is perfectly safe. I don't think they'd be. Oh, they did send someone for the pull. Okay, but nah. Okay, I was about to say I don't think they would commit for it because that seems like a bit of a throw. And Zaka is aware that they have to be somewhere around here. I think they're in that room. I think they're in that room. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they actually just left it. But yeah, he's gonna be chasing. No, not chasing. Decides to actually go back for the. Oh, still. I mean, he's just making it difficult for me. The Zaka just wants to make it hard for me to cast, I guess. but yeah, tier 3 is about to run out soon, and we're about to see the second stage on the Pedro. I think we're pretty safe to leave now. I don't think that they're going to send anyone for the pull at this point. And we are seeing Swatter. Oh, he kind of needed that. And Swatter's going to punish him with the pallet stun and the residual manifest. So the aura rating is going to be completely removed. And I mean, the only way we
come through before second?
No, he did go to second.
Okay.
But I mean, even then, what can you even do here? You need this down fast.
Yeah, Zaka forced to chase around this filler. That's going to be a drop, but they do have the hit tank coming through. Xeno going to be body blocking perfectly in order for Pedro to make that vault. Pedro's going to be booking it straight down the bottom side of the map, but Zaka's actually going to just abandon the tunnel out and is instead going to be checking on the generators. Knows that there's a survivor there because the Trail of Torment deactivated.
Yeah, we need something to happen fast. Well played here by Swatter. Did you see that he took advantage of?
Dude, that lead was insane.
Yeah, well played. Swatter gonna be not running up the stairs there. This is so rough for Zaka. I do not envy his position here. He has to make something happen, but what can you even do? They're all just playing very smart. They're taking their distance, not giving up anything for free. Seems like Pedro and Zeno were 99 their resets, so they would not give Zaka any information. But now the reset is completed. Zaka did remember that there was someone here. They might have gone up the stairs though. Swatter, it was. Swatter might have decided to run up the stairs. Do we see any scratch marks? No, it does not seem like it. That gen is not regressed at all. The one that was that is highlighted currently in yellow, that one is not regressing at all. So this is going to be very rough. That gen is still very high progress, which means that Zaka is just in a very bad spot. I really can't stress it enough. He's just in a rough spot, and he needs to make something happen as soon as
Zaka's
possible.
trying to use the Trail of Torment to catch survivors off guard. Does manage to get 99% stalk onto Pedro. Pedro's down there on the side of the map. But I mean, that kick generator at the top is probably a little bit more advantageous for the Trail of Torment because they have to go so far other way just to disable it. Meanwhile, Zaka is going to go back to this high progress generator that has been progressed as well, and that is going to be iPick doesn't realize, but Zaka leaves the chase. Zaka's super concerned about these other generators. Oh wait, someone touched the top side gen.
I think
I
think that was the time.
Yeah.
I think that was the time. I think you had to.
He had to commit to iPick and get the
Maybe he
Pedro.
still can? What's going on here? Nah, iPick's not here anymore. I think he had to take it there. I mean, either way, this is rough. Like, you gotta do so many things at once. You gotta defend your gen setup. You have to get someone out of the game. You don't have a choice. Like, you cannot defend this in the 4v1. I think maybe the best decision is to maybe try and get Pedro, apply eruption to the gens. Oh, okay, he's proccing the tier 3. That's it. He needs to do it. He gets the short swing. Can you pick this up? I guess we're doing it. Is it pain res? I would hope for Zaka's sake that it is.
He needs a pain res here. It's the only way to stall that 7 gen from popping. He's going to hook right here on this hook. Is that going to... It is a pain res. That's going to stall the generator. The pre-leave has to have happened. There's iPick right there. That's going to be a cutoff, though. The pallet is dropped, but iPick does not play it. It's going to be a down, and that's going to be the snowball that Zaka might need to bring this back.
So we see the pickup onto iPick. I don't know. I don't think this is the idea here. I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's okay. Zeno's here, though. He's just playing for the insta-pull because they're doubling the gen there, probably. I would imagine. Yeah, Zaka.
Yeah, he's running to the farthest corners of the map. Oh wait, we do
Swatter
actually
here,
have. Yeah, Swatter kind of caught out of position here. We do have the body block coming through from Zeno, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to be the down onto Swatter. This could be a 4K1, and I'm not exactly sure what happens if they tie the tiebreaker.
Oh, but Zeno's taking it down before pain res. I think Pedro will pop his gen. Yeah, and that's gonna be it.
That's will be the win.
Eternal,
amazing.
Unfortunately, we'll be losing this 2-3. Elysium will be the champions of Wave League. Well done.
Elysium played that phenomenally.
Wow. Like, the unknown set was just amazing from them on the serve side, and the spirit set as well. It's a shame that we're not going to be seeing this version of Elysium anymore from here on out, but I mean, that's just how it is. And what an amazing final performance from them, at least in this state in Wave League, because I doubt we'll be seeing this exact same team again. I pick 14 locker. Okay, I mean, I think they were a bit disconnected. Oh, no.
Oh.
I mean, either way,
we're still the champions.
Yeah, either way, 4K0 or 0 stages, doesn't matter. Either way, they are still the winners of Wave League. And yeah, I mean, nothing else to say but well played to Elysium. They really put on an excellent performance today, and I mean, this is insane. This is an amazing video. This is an amazing video. I'm thinking for the future. You know, it's gonna go on comp DVD. That's what I was thinking. You know? But nah, amazingly played. Amazing matchup. What better could you expect? What more could you want out of a grand finals match? What a fantastic way to wrap up Wave League, and Elysium will be the victors. #1 Wave League. Well done.
Yeah, congratulations to Elysium and very well fought from Eternal. I mean, this is just the top level DBD right here. Like, you can't get much higher than this. I mean, incredible play from both sides, taking it straight to to game five. I mean, just duking it out over the course of the match.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
what an amazing game from both sides. I had a great time watching this match, and I mean, there's nothing much else to say. Me and Tyra, we've been talking about this game for the past 3 hours now, and we have still not run out of things to say. You know, it's just an amazing matchup between these two teams, and I am very honored to have been able to cast it. It was an amazing match, amazingly played by both sides. There were just some fantastic moments that we saw. Nightlight Clown was fantastic. We saw amazing Survivor performances from Elysium versus the Unknown versus the Spirit. And what else did we see? We saw amazing performance from Eternal against the Mastermind on Cold Tower. And I don't know. There's just been amazing moments this game for sure. It's been a fantastic match, and I'm very honored to have been able to cast it. Thank you for joining me, Tyro.
Yeah, yeah. I'm equally honored. I mean, I get to cast for two of the titans of the DVD comp scene alongside one of NA's best. I'll be rooting for you tomorrow as well. And it was an honor and some great matches to boot. I mean, we had some very explosive games with only the top level plays going on, and it makes me very happy that this is how Wave League ended after a tremendous season 2, and I'm excited to get started for season 3 coming whenever that starts. So,
That's right. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you for the next season of Wave League. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this finals matchup, and we both hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day or night wherever you are.